आखिरी दिन है। उसके लिए हमारे पास में आज जो हमारे चीफ गेस्ट है, आदरणीय प्रोफेसर उपेंद्र कुलकर्णी सर, वो इस क्लाउड मीटिंग को ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं। तो इन सभी सहभागी मित्रों की ओर से और डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर मराठवाड़ा विश्वविद्यालय की ओर से मैं डॉक्टर उपेंद्र कुलकर्णी सर का स्वागत करता हूं इस सत्र में। इस सत्र को स्टार्ट करने से पहले सर एक 5 मिनट से ज्वाइन होंगे सर। सभी लोग कैमरा ओपन रखें। सभी से विनंती है कि कैमरा ओपन रखें सभी लोग। So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome today's chief guest and resource person for this last day of this 26th NEP Orientation and Sensitization course, Honorable Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir. Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir is a former professor of civil engineering with expertise in water management. He has retired way back in the year 2016 from Shri Guru Govind Singh Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nanded. He has made significant contribution to teaching and research in postgraduate water management courses for 25 years. His other area of work include member of governing committee of Deen Dayal Research Institute, Delhi, advisory board of India Water Partnership since 2011, then council member and chairman of Indian Water Work Association, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar Center, then significant contribution to the organizations like Sarovar Samriddhini and Bharatiya Jal Sanskriti Mandal, which focus on water conservation and heritage. So indeed, it is really an honor and pleasure for all of us to have here as a resource person. So पहले सर पूरा लेक्चर लेंगे, उसके बाद में 4 बजे हमारा वैलिडेटरी रहेगा। तो मैं अब सर को आमंत्रित करूंगा कि वो अपना व्याख्यान स्टार्ट करें।
नमस्कार।
हाँ, नमस्कार सर।
हे करा प्रेझेंटेशन।
प्रेजेंटेशन स्टार्ट करो मग।
सभी को नमस्कार। आवाज ऐकू येतोय?
हो सर.
हाँ, ठीक ठीक. Uh, in the beginning, I wish to make some comments about the today's presentation. Earlier, I used to have many references to engineering practicals or engineering courses. Today, I have designed entire presentation uh, for BA, BSc, BCom graduates or undergraduates, and further, uh, today's presentation talks about skill education and what are the ways and means of getting this skill education, how these skill courses are creditized, because our concern is increasing GER. Our rural youth should join degree courses or PG courses, and that GER should go up to 50% by 2035. Our concern is employability. So today's presentation will talk about employability. How do you really use these skill courses, various ways and means. And this year there are many developments with reference to national education policy. So how do you really use those initiatives? Because our concern is employability. So using those ways and means, skill education, new initiatives in universities, how do we really increase employability? Another factor that our faculty members of art, science, commerce, and particularly those who are working in district places or taluka places wherein presence of students in the college is a matter of concern. So I have designed the presentation in such a way that the presentation should obviously encourage or should indicate ways and means of designing the courses in such a way that students come to the campus in a large number, so that uh, we lead them towards employability. Further, yesterday we had discussion in the North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon, and earlier in Mumbai University, and then in Pune University. So this discussion was about the tribal areas in various parts of Maharashtra. Similarly, rural youth. So one university like Jalgaon University has conducted surveys wherein they have observed that more than 50% students or more than 50% rural youth uh, will be searching for the jobs or employment in and around their place of normal residence. So you cannot expect them to move towards Pune or Mumbai or to some other places. So they will be searching their jobs in the vicinity, in the tehsil place or around that, in the district place or around that. So obviously it is our responsibility for those rural youth who will be residing in the area surrounding their normal residence. So how do you really train them or make them ready for various jobs in the vicinity? Similarly, for tribal area, we have 12 crore tribal population in India. So maybe 5-10% of tribal people, tribal youths may be getting jobs in government departments or elsewhere. But what about 90% of tribal people So they will be living in their own setup, maybe in, I can say, tribal areas or hilly areas, which are their normal place of residence. So if that number, 90%, so if that is the number of tribal people, we must develop courses for the tribal people so that they can earn their livelihood in their place of residence. So these are the basic issues that I thought of addressing in the today's presentation. Similarly, about IKS, I came to know that there were lectures on IKS, and therefore I wish to talk about IKS also. So our Gyan Parampara is the thing that we must talk about during IKS. So it is not talking about glory of past, but it is talking about what is our Gyan Parampara. So श्रम प्रतिष्ठा ही आपल्या शिक्षण परंपरेमध्ये फार महत्वाची होती. पण आता आपल्याला लक्षात येते की ही श्रम प्रतिष्ठा आपल्या शिक्षणामध्ये राहिली नाही. आणि जो कोणी शिकला तो काही कामाचा राहिला नाही असं घरच्यांचं मत बनतं. ही श्रम प्रतिष्ठा आपल्या शिक्षणात न राहायचं कारण काय हे आपण शोधलं पाहिजे. म्हणून ही जी पहिली स्लाइड आहे आता जी समोर दिसते ती, याच्यामध्ये आपली ही कारीगर परंपरा ही सांगितलेली आहे. जोपर्यंत आपण कारागिरांना आत्मसन्मान देत नाही, unless and until we restore the self-respect in this working class karigar, unless and until we empower them, these artisans, to revive and sustain traditional skills. So therefore, there is a reference to PM Vishwakarma Yojana. We have trained more than 1,000 traditional artisans at Bid in our Jana Shikshan Sansthan run by Deen Dayal Shodha Sansthan, wherein I am working as project director as well as member of management committee. So the idea of training these traditional artisans is to empower them or is to offer them additional skills so that they can enhance their business. They can apply for loans. They can improve their place of work so that they can earn more. So they get an opportunity to earn more. So I will talk about that PM Vishwakarma also later. So basically point is Srama Pratishtha, our education must include the component of working hard. So what was Gurukul? If you talk about Rama and Mahabharata and then story of Gurukul, you will find that the sons of the kings like Krishna and Sudama, they were working hard in the farms in the Gurukul, even though Krishna was from a dynasty and Sudama was from a poor family. But Sudama and Sri Krishna both worked in the Gurukul to help the Gurukul to, can say, continue with the livelihood of all the students. So Srama Pratishtha is a thing that even Kaurav, Pandav, they were in the Gurukul, they had to work in the ashram. So this is what is Srama Pratishtha. So there are many, more than 300 Gurukuls are there in India, wherein they are trying to really move around with this Gyan Parampara. I have visited one such school near Nagpur, that is Savnair, and there is a school wherein 17 skills are given to the students of that school. So by the end of 10th standard, those boys and girls learn 17 artisanship skills or 17 skills in such a way that they can start their business after 10th. So that's why this particular aspect of integrating skills in schools and colleges is a thing that one must understand, because we have left it for last 75 years and we have forgotten that artisanship was part of our normal livelihood. और जसं आपण सामान्यपणे म्हणतो की भारत हा कृषी प्रधान देश आहे, याच्यामध्ये चुकीची गोष्ट एक आहे ती म्हणजे गीतेमध्ये कृषी गोरक्ष वाणिज्य असं लिहिलेलं आहे. तर याचा अर्थच शेती ही कधीही नुसती शेती नव्हती. तो शेतीच्या बरोबर तिथे वर्कशॉप होतं आणि तिथे ट्रेडिंग होतं. सो इफ वी हॅव सच agricultural practice wherein some processing is done and wherein some industry by the side of agricultural farm, and the people in the rural areas or where farming is done, in that area people get ready for trading. So trading, processing and farming, these are together. So that's why it is called Krishi, Goraksha and Vanijya. So that's why if it is like that, then only prosperity can be in the rural villages. So earlier there was a study wherein that study indicated that we had more than 30% of global trading contribution. Means India used to produce to that extent that our share in the global market was 30%. So this prosperity or this contribution came from rural setups. So in those days, such like Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, Calcutta, such cities were not there, and such trading component or processing of component or manufacturing of components, this was there in the rural areas. So this we have to understand that it is basically processing, trading, goraksha, and then farming. Then only. So how do you really integrate these things in our education is our concern. So that we'll talk about in the today's presentation. Next slide is about NEP. So next slide, NEP will tell you what are the various. Next slide, next slide. So this, नाही याच्या आधीच. This slide will tell you about various focus areas of NEP, wherein student-centric education. We'll talk about that when you talk about multi-entry, multi-exit. So this student-centric NEP or focus area. Similarly, we have internationalization, means our students are trained under NEP in such a way that they can go outside India for searching jobs. German delegation has recently visited Mumbai, Pune, and even Sambhajinagar Vice Chancellor and university authorities have interacted with that German delegation. So this indicates that our NEP component of internationalization or preparing our students for searching job outside India is another area, focus area of NEP. Similarly, this multidisciplinary education is another aspect that we'll talk about when you integrate this particular aspect with skill. Next. So this credit framework and academic bank of credit, this will enable the students mobility. Means you can get the training of various skill courses at other institutes also. Like if you are a student of some college in Nanded, you can go to ITI in Nanded or in another area, get some course over there and get its credit transferred to your uh, credit card in your college in Nanded. So this NEP has enabled students for mobility to get various skill courses, and there is a credit framework also. There is a sector skill also, which will identify what are the courses. This will identify uh, how do you really go to other institutes for learning various skills. Next slide is about multi-entry, multi-exit options, which I have just now told you. So this multi-entry exit option will require colleges to prepare an arrangement in the institute so that student who wish to leave the degree program in that particular year, so he must have an opportunity of undergoing some skill program for 4 to 8 weeks in the campus. So if it is 8 weeks, means 2 months. So he will get some skill so that he becomes employable after leaving the campus or leaving the degree program. So if it is after first year, it will be certificate, and then second year, if he leaves after second year, it is diploma. After third year, it is another post diploma. So point is basically preparing our campus for such mobility of the students to leave the campus for some other thing. So our colleges should prepare for such skill courses in the campus for 8 weeks, so 2 months, so that they are ready with some skills, so that they are employable. Next. So this is an important job that faculty in the rural sector has to be ready with. So here we have, next slide is about multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. So basically multidisciplinary means it's an approach that allows students to learn and explore distinct subjects or curricula from various disciplines. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ मराठीचा माणूस ITI चा कोर्स करतो किंवा बायोलॉजीचा कोर्स करतो, मराठी भाषेचा विद्यार्थी लिटरेचरचा विद्यार्थी बायोलॉजीचा कोर्स करतो किंवा सायन्सचा विद्यार्थी कॉमर्सचा कोर्स करतो. This is called multidisciplinary, and NEP has now made this possible, and that's why it has rather can say compelled our systems to go multidisciplinary. So if you have art, science and commerce in one institute, we must have management, we must have then veterinary, then medical, then other engineering courses also. So commerce graduate learning Marathi language or German language. Similarly, literature student learning commerce course or accountancy practice course or secretarial practice course from commerce discipline. This is called multidisciplinary. Similarly, interdisciplinary education is also there, so wherein you can combine two or more academic disciplines into one and you can complete your course. So this interdisciplinary nature is a natural course, like if a mechanical engineering graduate can say becomes manufacturer or proprietor and he sells a particular product wherein he needs some understanding of biology or medical science and so on. So he combines two academic disciplines into one and then moves further. So this multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary, this is very important part of NEP. And as I said, commerce graduate learning literature and literary students undergoing some biology course and so on. Later on, I will inform you about such things made possible by various universities in Maharashtra. Next slide. So this curricular framework wherein this skill is can say made possible, or skill education is made possible. The titles are given here: major, minor, core electives, or AEC, BSc, value education, internship, research project, and so on. So, what are these things? Next slide. What are these things? We can talk about that. So, you'll find that we have major core subjects and other curricular components. So, here you'll find that like under AEC, other curricular components on the right side, you'll find that we have AEC, that is Ability Enhancement Course. So whatever ability you wish to enhance, like if you want to enhance your communication skill, or if you want to learn additional language, so modern Indian language, this has been introduced this year, and people were inquiring about what is that modern Indian language. So this MIL also includes English, Hindi, Marathi, and so on. So you can take Marathi language as MIL under other curricular components, and you can improve your communication. Or you can have English language focused on language and communication skill. This is how under MIL you can get such communication skills, or you must understand that MIL also includes Marathi, Hindi also. So that's why ability enhancement indicates one is communication skill, another is writing skill, third is research skills, and so on and so forth. Analytical skills, problem solving, or can say data analysis, or talking to people, can say building a teamwork, conducting surveys, understanding problems, and so on and so forth. So these other curricular components, like if you want to go for some seminar research project and you need some particular like statistical course, like your project or seminar, on the left hand side we have seminar research project. So if you find that for seminar you need some data analysis, or you want to have some Excel sheet program, so you take up that particular skill set from computer, from statistics, and so on and so forth. So for particular requirement, under I can say other curricular component, these are ability enhancement courses. So NEP has provided such a provision like under open electives or multidisciplinary courses, which I have referred to in earlier slide, like commerce graduate taking Marathi. So that becomes a multidisciplinary course, and this way it can go up to 12 credits. Ability enhancement course, it can go up to 8 credits. So that becomes 12 plus 8, 20 credits, plus IKS is 2 credits, plus value education is 4 credits. So that becomes 20 plus 24 plus 2, so up to 26. And still plus there we have performing arts, cultural activities, and so on and so forth. So these are the things that tells you that you can have such additional courses or open electives or multidisciplinary courses from other disciplines, so that you can improve your can say ability to get employment. The seminar research project, which has credit up to 12 credits. So even field projects and other things that I will talk about later on. So if the seminar and research project enhances your employability, now this is possible because there are 12 credits for seminar. To support that, you have AEC and other things. You can go for such communication skills. Next slide. So here more details are given, like institute can offer additional 3 to 5 credit mandatory non-credit courses or value added courses like music, or can say performing arts, and so on. So it's a value that adds to your personality. So institute can decide about that. Similarly, internship of 6 months, I'll talk about that later on. Additional credits of 6 to 8 in the form of skill-based courses, like which I was telling you. If the student wishes to exit from the degree program, so you have to arrange for that 6 to 8 credit for 8 weeks vacation period, so that he gets some skills and then can join some, I can say, enterprise to earn his livelihood. Next slide. So like in earlier slide, which I have indicated that you can go up to 18 to 20 or even sometimes more than that. 24 credits you can get beyond your uh, outside your normal degree department. If you are from literature, you can have 20 credits outside your discipline. Similarly, for science graduate, the person can get 20 or 24 credits from communication and other things. So this has can give an opportunity for the students to, can say, get skills so that they are employed. Next. So this vocational skill component uh, tells you that uh, we aim at training or exposing 50% of the students from higher uh, educational institutes. At least 50% will have exposure of vocational education. So this is a big number, and obviously everyone can have a skill component. But if you wish to limit to something, we will say that at least 50% students should have, can say, exposure to skill education. This is the slide wherein, if you can read carefully in that slide, you'll find that at the top you have skill hub. Then there is an objective wherein we are trying to integrate skills and education in New India for improving employability. Because employability is a thing which is a matter of great concern, and many times this has been debated quite often that 70-80% of graduates are not employable. So how do you really make them employable? So for that, we have various ways and means that we'll talk about later on also. So this skill hub is basically for integrating skill and education. Below that, if you read very carefully, it's a joint initiative of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Ministry of Education, aligned with NEP. So this skill hub tells you that if you want to increase GER, so this Jan Shikshan Sansthan is an instrument of Ministry of Skill. This has been, can say, told to perform so that those school dropouts, these courses that JSS, Jan Shikshan Sansthan, conducts, is basically for imparting skills, and these are for dropouts. These are for the women and girls and youths who have not gone to the school, or who have left the school at 5th or 8th or 9th. So for them, these skills are offered. But at the same time, JSS must open window for those persons who have left the schools. Through JSS, they can enter into. So JSS should become an window for those dropouts to enter into college education. So JSS responsibility is to make them aware that when they come to JSS, get some skill course, earn their livelihood, they are now better off. So now they must go for some college education. So JSS will, I can say, offer some counseling also and tell them that these are the opportunities. This is an opening. You can go for IGNO courses, or can say MOOC or SWAYAM or online, and so on and so forth. And through these opportunities, online, combined, hybrid, and so on, you can get degree courses because you have left the school, but now through skill, improved livelihood, and then get higher learning uh, under NEP. So this is opportunity under Skill Hub. More than 5,000 skill hubs are operating in India. Next. So next slide is about Jan Shikshan Sansthan only. So before we talk about this meeting that we have conducted in March 2022, it was March 2022. Um, our, like I mentioned in the beginning, that today's lecture objective is to, can say, address to the Faculty of Arts, Science, Commerce, particularly in Tehsil place and district place, so that they understand the opportunities in skill education. So with this objective, in March 2022, we have conducted a meeting in Sambhajinagar, wherein Jana Shikshan Sansthan directors, faculty from Saraswati Bhuvan College, then Mahila College, then one college from Soegaon, then another college from Pulamri, and a few other organizations. So this typical combination, one from city like Sambhajinagar, another college from Soegaon. It's a very backward area in the hill area of Sambhajinagar, which is not connected with good facilities, uh, transport facilities. So it's a sort of neglected uh, rural area in Sambhajinagar. Similarly, Fulamri is a small place, but on the highway. Connectivity is good, but it's a small place, Fulamri. So this combination, along with Jan Shikshan Sansthan director, we talked about how do you really integrate skill courses in even normal uh, college program, like a student from BSc of Saraswati Bhuvan College or Mahila College. Can that boy or girl go to Jana Shikshan Sansthan in the evening hours to get like cooking classes or bakery or tailoring or beautician and so on and so forth, or plumbing? So can they have such a school for such course, skill course for 3 months? So that was the idea of discussion. And then we have addressed the faculty from these colleges. I told them that I met students from Saraswati Bhuvan and Mahila College undertaking skill course in JSS Sambhajinagar. So they are already doing it. So why don't you make it a practice, so that it's a can say properly arranged skill course with proper MOU between the college in Sambhajinagar and Jana Shikshan Sanstha. This is also possible for Pulamri College and Jana Shikshan Sansthan in Sambhajinagar. So any college like Soega or Fulambri or anything in set up this Jana Shikshan Sansthan can offer through MOU, can offer courses in Fulambri and Soega also, because that is their mandate. So that point was discussed in 2022. So 2020 is the year in which NEP was approved. So we thought of talking about this particular skill education initiative in 2022. The Savarkar College from Bid, in association with Jan Shikshan Sansthan Bid, has conducted such skill courses. At least 3 courses I remember, like plumbing, dress making, and so on. So these courses have given some skills to the students. At the same time, the college got some good points. Every college has to face NAC. So when the NAC team visited Savarkar College, the NAC team was very much impressed by the initiative of Savarkar College uh, conducting such skill courses in their campus. So this idea of conducting this meeting and then further telling the story of Savarkar College, point is basically every college in rural setup like Soega or Fulambri or even Sambhajinagar and Bid, like district places, can try for such integration. And this is possible. So we have to really take a step forward and uh, see that our students come to the campus, get some courses. Now I'll request to run the video of Jana Shikshan Samsthan. So you'll get some idea about what is that Jana Shikshan Samsthan is. There is a video.
अमोल वीडियो लगाओ.
Jana Shikshan Samsthan.
जनशिक्षण संस्थान बीड़ द्वारा 2004 से बीड़ जिले में निरक्षर, नवसाक्षर, कम पढ़े लोगों के लिए व्यावसायिक प्रशिक्षण देने का कार्य शुरू है। गांव, बाड़ी, बस्ती इस जगह 20 लोग तैयार होते हैं तो वहां ट्रेनिंग शुरू की जाती है। पूरे जिले में अब तक 40,000 लोगों को प्रशिक्षित किया है। उसमें से महिलाओं का प्रमाण 98% है। स्वयं रोजगार बढ़ाने हेतु उपजीविका केंद्र द्वारा स्वयं सहायता समूह बनाए जाते हैं। हमने अभी तक 10 स्वयं सहायता समूह बनाए हैं। उनके माध्यम से साड़ी पेटीकोट, गणवेश, कापड़ी, जूट बैग, फ्रिज कवर, बेबी किट तैयार किए जाते हैं। मुख्यमंत्री रोजगार निर्मित योजना, पंतप्रधान रोजगार निर्मित योजना, पंतप्रधान मुद्रा लोन, इस स्कीम के अंदर बेनिफिशरीज को लोन भी मिलता है। बैंक व्यवहार की जानकारी दी जाती है, अकाउंट ओपन किए जाते हैं। कम समय में ज्यादा से ज्यादा कौशल्य प्राप्त करके जिले के ज्यादातर लोग अपने अपने स्वयं रोजगार पा रहे हैं।
लक्षात येतं. कुणी पण कुणाच्या नावावरून आपल्या संस्थेची स्थापना करतं. वडिलांच्या, भावाच्या, बहिणीच्या, त्यांनी मात्र मित्राच्या नावावरती स्थापना केलेली आहे. आणि त्यातला जनशिक्षण, तर सर्व जे प्रॅक्टिकल आहेत, आपल्याला लाभलेले प्रशिक्षक आहेत, त्यांना वेळोवेळी संपर्क करायचा.
Next slide. Om Jadavji. Next slide is about this inclusive education. NEP talks about such inclusive education. My objective of showing this particular slide was to indicate you about inclusive education and employment of those who are otherwise disabled. So it's a story of very successful story of Om Jadhav, our graduate from Nanded, who got engineering education, and he completed further PG program from Mumbai, Delhi, and he is at very high position in CDAC Pune. Similarly, he's many a time projected as a motivator in various summits. He's a good example to inspire the young graduates. Next slide. This story of Narmada Lai is basically included to tell you that even in rural and underprivileged areas, you can have quality education. So how do you really do it? That is by, can say, working out ways and means. So this story of Narmada Lai is only to tell you that even in underprivileged area, you can have quality education. Like Bharti Thakur has tried to develop Narmada Swara Lahari, a musical group of students from tribal area. So they did not have education earlier. साधं शिक्षणही नव्हतं. But Bharti Thakur has tried to give them improved livelihood through musical group, for which highly trained professionals were invited to that tribal area to train the tribal youths from Madhya Pradesh. It's a very typical tribal area, but Narmada Swaralari, this group was very successful when they showcased their program in Mumbai, RBI colony. That was very much appreciated. Similarly, they have Goshala, then go with Gyan Kendra. This has promoted their sustainable practices in their school. So this Narmada Lai story is about Jivan Shiksha se Atmanirbharta ke or. So Bharti Thakur has made an arrangement to give basic education to tribal youths. Earlier, these boys, when Bharti Thakur visited during Narmada Parikrama in that particular area, she found that students, those young boys and girls, did not know about school. उनके पास कोई स्कूल था ही नहीं, तो उन्होंने स्कूल देखा ही नहीं था. They did not have good practices to live, no livelihood. They were just living like that. So she thought of developing a school for them, and it was Narmada Lai. So my point is basically in an underprivileged area also we can have quality education, we can have empowerment initiatives, we can have highly skilled courses so that the students from that underprivileged area also get good livelihood, rather better livelihood. Next slide. Next slide will show you what is the lab facility in that area. जिथे आधी शिक्षण सुद्धा नव्हतं. Next slide. Lab facilities. So this will tell you that these are the various skill courses, and you find that तिथली मुलं आता रेनफोर्समेंट वापरून गजाळ्याचं काम करतायत, वेल्डिंगचं काम करतायत, प्लंबिंग करतायत, मेशनरी करतायत, शेतीमध्ये स्प्रेइंगचं काम करतायत. Next slide will show you about higher level of laboratory facility. So this is a fab lab funded by DST, and they have very good facility. And many times people from Bhopal, engineering graduates from Bhopal also come to conduct some project work in this fab lab run by Narmada Lai. So this is a very good facility. My point is, if you really work hard, like Bharti Thakur has done it for the students of tribal area, good facility can be created in such underprivileged area also. Next slide. So before you go for vocational courses or skill facilitation courses, or for going towards employability, I wish to run the video for Narmada Lai. I again repeat, my point of showing or showcasing Bharti Thakur and Narmada Lai is to make you understand that even underprivileged areas, rural areas, tribal areas can have very good educational facilities. It is a matter of trying for it, arranging for it. नर्मदा लय का वीडियो
यस यस आज मी प्ले करतो सर 2 मिनिट.
नमस्कार, मी भारती ठाकूर. शूलपाणीच्या झाडीत असलेल्या सेमलेट या गावी आम्ही सध्या आलेलो आहोत. काल रात्री इथे मुक्काम केला आणि आज भादलला निघालो आहोत. सेमलेटपर्यंत 4 चाकी गाडी येते, त्यामुळे काही प्रश्न नव्हता. पण भादलला मात्र बाईकवरनं जायला लागणार आहे. गेल्या 10 वर्षात बाईकवर बसले नव्हते. थोडीशी भीती वाटते, पण बघूया. नर्मदा माई आहे, ती घेईल काळजी. नर्मदे हर. ऊन खूप आहे, त्याच्यामुळे सनकोट आणि टोपी तर घालावीच लागणार आहे.
शिक्षा का सूरज है निकला, हो रहा है अब उजाला, आंखें खोलो.
हमको भी है लिखना पढ़ना, हमको भी है आगे बढ़ना, तुम भी बोलो.
शिक्षा का सूरज है निकला, हो रहा है अब उजाला, आंखें खोलो. हमको भी है लिखना पढ़ना, हमको भी है आगे बढ़ना, तुम भी बोलो. जो नहीं पढ़ सकता उसके सामने जैसे अंधेरा है.
जो नहीं पढ़ सकता उसको एक मजबूरी ने घेरा है.
कितनी ही मजबूरियां शिक्षा मिटा देगी.
उन्नति के रास्ते शिक्षा दिखा देगी.
उम्र चाहे जो भी हो,
मैं कहूँ और तुम कहो,
कभी भी
कहीं भी
कभी भी कहीं भी हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. मरे पामा बनी धनी पा,
म बनी धनी पा म परे,
सारे मगा मगा मा,
सारे पा म परे
रे मगा नी नी सनी. जिंदगी की गाड़ी के 2 पहिए हैं, ये पुरुष और नारी.
इनमें से हो एक भी अनपढ़ तो ये कठिनाई है भारी.
नारी पढ़ लेगी तो अपने बच्चों को भी वो पढ़ाएगी.
अपने जीवन को भी नारी हर तरफ बेहतर बनाएगी.
उम्र चाहे जो भी हो,
मैं कहूँ और तुम कहो,
कभी भी
कहीं भी
कभी भी कहीं भी हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. हमको पढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है. शिक्षा का सूरज है निकला, हो रहा है अब
So next slide will give you idea about vocational courses, skill facilitation for promotion of employability. This year now many things have been formalized. Like here in the lower portion, you will find that beside vocational courses, some of the advanced lab courses in chemistry, physics, electronics, technical English, wherein you have content writing, digital marketing, soft skill training, and similar skill-based courses under other subject will also be considered as skill-based courses. So let us say, I wish to talk about languages. Let us say like communication language, communication skill in English, or technical English, content writing, digital marketing, and so on. त्याच्याशिवाय समजा मराठी भाषेविषयी बोलायचं झालं, मराठी भाषेविषयी बोलायचं झालं, तर समजा मार्केटिंगचा माणूस आहे, तर त्याला समजा मराठी भाषेतून काही गोष्टी कम्युनिकेट करायच्या आहेत. इव्हन महाराष्ट्राचा जरी आपण विचार केला तर आपल्या असं लक्षात येईल की महाराष्ट्रात सुद्धा या टोकापासून त्या टोकापर्यंत भाषा आणि त्याचं बोलण्याचं हे सारखं असणार नाही. जसं एका भागात गोंडी भाषा आहे, इकडे मुंबईकडे गेलं तर कातकरी भाषा आहे, किंवा खानदेशात गेलं तर खानदेशी भाषा आहे, हैराणी भाषा आहे. या सगळ्यांचे टोन हे भिन्न भिन्न आहे. त्यामुळे जर आपल्याला कम्युनिकेट करायचं असेल किंवा तिथे काम करायचं असेल, ते इंजिनियर असो किंवा सायन्सचा ग्रॅज्युएट असो किंवा कॉमर्स वाला मार्केटिंग करणारा असो, इन्शुरन्स एजंट असतो, या सगळ्यांना भाषा कौशल्य हे लागणार आहे. आणि हे भाषा कौशल्य हे आर्ट्सच्या किंवा भाषेच्या प्राध्यापकांनी आता विचार करून विकसित करण्याची गोष्ट आहे. त्यामुळे सगळ्या विषयांचं महत्व NEP मध्ये जास्त आहे, हे आपण ध्यानात घेतलं पाहिजे. याकरता आपल्याला विचार करायला लागेल की या प्रकारचे कोर्सेस डिझाईन कसे करायचे आणि त्याचं सिलेबस बनवून त्याचं प्रत्यक्ष प्रॅक्टिकल कसं कंडक्ट करायचं याचा विचार करावा लागेल. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. याच्यामध्ये व्होकेशनल आणि स्किल कोर्सेसचं बाकी अरेंजमेंट दिलेली आहे. सेक्टर काउन्सिल, स्किल काउन्सिल दिलेली आहे, NSQF दिलेले आहे. सगळ्या ज्या अरेंजमेंट आहेत या गोष्टी सगळ्या आता दिलेल्या आहेत. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. याच्या आधीची इथे पहा तुम्ही, म्हणजे इथे दिस स्लाइड प्रोव्हाइड्स यू अ लिस्ट ऑफ कोर्सेस. त्यातली पहिली जी आहे रिटेल मॅनेजमेंट, मी नंतर तुम्हाला फोटो दाखवीन. सो दिस रिटेल मॅनेजमेंट विच appears at the first number has now become a part of degree course in some university. त्याच्या जाहिराती नंतर तुम्हाला एक दोन स्लाइड नंतर दाखवणार आहे. यू फाइंड दॅट दिस BA रिटेल मॅनेजमेंट is now, I can say, included. The solar system maintenance has been included in the ITI course, and even any degree course will have such can say course included in their degree course. Tourism travel management is already there in Marathwada University. This banking, financial services and insurance, BFSI, this is a, can say, part of can say degree course in the universities. So you'll find that these are now formalized and arrangement has been made for these courses. So that we have to understand that this retail management, advertising, communication skill, only thing is we have to now change. Like when you have banking, BFSI, like banking, financial and insurance, you'll have some technical background. At the same time, communication in Marathi, communication in Hindi, communication in English, this is a skill that insurance agent can sell its product. So that's why we must understand the requirement. And what is retail management? So these big shops, or can say malls, they require the salesman or young graduates with this background. And various universities have now entered into the MOU with these big enterprises who employ the sales representatives on their floor. So this retail management has now become an important course this year because many universities are offering. So this web design, animation, media and entertainment, this thing was cancer known. Data mining, beauty wellness, आत्ता जो व्हिडिओ तुम्ही JSS पाहिला त्यातला जो ब्युटीचा लॅब जी आहे, you'll find that lab in Bid or in Sambhajinagar, or there are many 23 places in Maharashtra. ही ब्युटीची लॅब तुम्हाला 3 महिन्याकरता फक्त 400 रुपयामध्ये फीस मध्ये वापरायला मिळते. हाच कोर्स जर तुम्ही बाहेर केला ब्युटिशियनचा तर 4000 पेक्षा जास्त रुपये ते चार्ज करतील. इथे तुम्हाला सगळ्या स्किल ब्युटिशियनच्या केवळ 400 रुपयात 3 महिन्यामध्ये अंडर स्किल एज्युकेशन प्राप्त होऊ शकतात. अँड दिस कॅन इम्प्रूव्ह युअर लाईव्हलीहूड. 50,000 पर्यंत मंथली इन्कम असलेल्या मुलं मुली या ब्युटिशियन कोर्स मधून बाहेर पडलेले आहेत. आता ब्युटिशियनचं आणि त्यातल्या स्किलचं महत्व सांगण्याचं कारण नाही, बहुतेकांना सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे. 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 पर्यंत ब्रायडल मेकअप पर्यंत चार्जेस आहे. वन टाइम चार्ज. 2-3 माणसं जर तुम्ही हायर केले तर त्या ब्रायडल मेकअपचे चार्जेस 35,000 ते 50,000 पर्यंत जाऊ शकतात. नुसतं नखाचं जरी म्हटलं तरी नखाचं सुद्धा पेंटिंग हे 5-5 हजाराचं मुंबईमध्ये चालतं. सो दिस स्किल्स विल डेफिनेटली इम्प्रूव्ह युअर लाईव्हलीहूड. मी पुन्हा सांगतो की या सगळ्या गोष्टी आता ग्रामीण भागामध्ये शक्य आहेत. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. याच्यामध्ये बरीच मोठी यादी दिलेली आहे, मी काहीचा उल्लेख केलेला आहे आणि या सगळ्या खूप सक्सेसफुल आहे. दी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड टेल्स यू अबाउट दी NSQF, व्हेरियस अरेंजमेंट्स, याचे सिलेबस कसे बनतात, सेक्टर काउन्सिल कसे नवीन नवीन विषय शोधून काढते, त्याची डिमांड कशी आहे जगभर, भारतामध्ये आणि बाहेर. अँड बेस्ड ऑन दॅट डिमांड they will introduce new skill courses, their practicals, their duration, their soft skills and hands on training. या सगळ्या गोष्टी त्या डेव्हलप होतात. मग त्याला कधी 160 तासांचं टीचिंग, क्लासरूम टीचिंग राहील वगैरे वगैरे. या सगळ्या अशा प्रकारच्या स्किल सेट आता प्रॅक्टिकलसह अप्रूव्ड म्हणून सगळीकडे उपलब्ध आहेत. आणि याशिवाय सुद्धा लोकल स्पेसिफिक प्रमाणे if you wish that a particular skill is required which is very much pertinent to your area only, त्याच्याकरता सुद्धा प्रोसिजर आहे आणि तुम्ही ती अप्रूव्ह करून घेऊ शकता सेक्टर काउन्सिल करून. सिमिलरली खाली दिलेलं आहे त्याप्रमाणे स्किल असेसमेंट बोर्ड किंवा यू नीड असेसमेंट ऑफ द स्किल दॅट यू इम्पार्ट. सो असेसर पण पाहिजे, त्याचं क्रेडिटायझेशन पण पाहिजे. या गोष्टीसाठी सुद्धा मिनिस्टर ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिपनी ही स्किल असेसमेंट मॅट्रिक्स हा रेडी केलेला आहे. त्याच्यासाठी एक अरेंजमेंट पण आहे. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. हा आता दिस अ व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट पार्ट ऑफ इंटर्नशिप अँड अप्रेंटिसशिप because government of Maharashtra and government of India both have taken lead in this particular thing. And moreover, because government of Maharashtra is very keen about implementation of NEP. So after few slides, you will have can say announcements of Jalgaon, Nanded, and Sambhajinagar. I have not collected about Pune, Mumbai, but in Pune, Mumbai, it is already there, or in Nagpur, Amravati, it must be there. But I have collected information about Jalgaon, Nanded, and Sambhajinagar. What is that internship program and what is that apprenticeship program? So in general, just to understand what is that internship and what is apprenticeship, we must understand that internship is for the subject area, for vertical growth. It is generally for short duration. So when you like एखादा MBBS झालेला डॉक्टर जसं इंटर्नशिप करतो. म्हणजे तो काय करतो, तर तो प्रॅक्टिकल एक्सपिरियन्स गेन करण्यासाठी एखाद्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये किंवा एखाद्या मोठ्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये जिथे विशिष्ट प्रकारच्या सर्जरीज खूप चालतात, म्हणजे त्याच्या विशिष्ट एरिया मधलं ज्ञान त्याला छोट्या काळात 6 महिने 3 महिन्याकरता मिळवायचं असेल, दॅट इज कॉल्ड इंटर्नशिप. मेनी अ टाइम internship is paid. So when he goes for internship, he earns that knowledge, at the same time gets money for that stipend also. Similarly, apprenticeship जी आलेली आहे आता या स्लाइड मध्ये आपण ते दाखवायचा प्रयत्न करतोय आणि ते चर्चा करणार आहोत. So this apprenticeship is for leading towards potential or full-fledged employment. त्यामुळे अप्रेंटिसशिपचा अर्थच असा आहे की त्याला पुढे फुल फ्लेज एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिळाली पाहिजे. सो दॅट्स वाय दिस इयर वी हॅव AEDP, दॅट इज अप्रेंटिसशिप एम्बेडेड डिग्री प्रोग्राम. आता याच्यामध्ये आपण UGC गाईडलाईन मध्ये ते आलेलं आहे आणि दिस इयर म्हणजे 25-26च्या या वर्षामध्ये सगळ्या कॉलेजेस विद्यापीठांनी AEDP अंडर जाहिराती आणि काय म्हणतात किती कोर्सेस त्याच्या खाली येतात हे डिक्लेअर केलेलं आहे. गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र हॅज गिवन टार्गेट ऑफ ॲटलिस्ट एनरोलिंग 300 स्टुडंट्स अंडर AEDP. AEDP म्हणजे अप्रेंटिसशिप एम्बेडेड डिग्री प्रोग्राम. तर त्यामुळे नॅचरली या AEDP मध्ये काही कोर्सेस तुम्हाला स्किल ओरिएंटेड करायचे आहेत. जसं इथे बोर्ड अरेंजमेंट दिलेली आहे, बोर्ड ऑफ अप्रेंटिसशिप ट्रेनिंग अंडर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एज्युकेशन. ही बोर्ड तुम्हाला त्यासाठी स्टायपंड पण देणार आहे. अशा पद्धतीचे अरेंजमेंट करून आणि वेगवेगळ्या इंडस्ट्री बरोबर पार्टनरशिप किंवा अंडरस्टँडिंग MOU करून, जसं शेवटी लिहिलेलं आहे की MOU विथ इंडस्ट्री असोसिएशन. जसं संभाजीनगरला इथे एक ऑटोमोबाईल क्लस्टर आहे, जसं फिकी आहे, CII आहे, नॅस्कॉम आहे. याशिवाय कमर्शियल ऑर्गनायझेशन जसं पुण्यामध्ये पुणे जनता बँक आहे, संभाजीनगरला देवगिरी आहे किंवा जळगावला जळगाव जनता आहे. तर या बँकांनी सुद्धा या AEDP मध्ये पार्ट घेतलेला आहे. आणि देर आर मेनी इंडस्ट्रीज, जसं संभाजीनगरच्या MIDC मध्ये आहे. या MIDC मधल्या इंडस्ट्री दरवर्षी आमच्याकडे 5 विद्यार्थी येऊ शकतात असं सांगतील. किंवा संभाजीनगरमध्ये मोठा एखादा मॉल असेल तर ते सांगतील की आमच्याकडे रिटेल मॅनेजमेंटच्या कोर्स मधले 10 विद्यार्थी आमच्याकडे येऊ शकतात. तो रिसेंटली म्हणजे आता जुलै महिना सुरू झालाय, इन द मंथ ऑफ जून देर वर लॉट ऑफ मीटिंग्स in various universities and they have declared this AEDP program. So essential part is industry should become part of it. जसं जळगाव मध्ये कार्यक्रम झाला त्यांनी सांगितलं की आमच्याकडे 9 industries have come forward to be part of this AEDP. So they will can say accept our students. Next. सो जे आता मी सांगत होतो की NEP हॅज ऑलरेडी मेड अ प्रोव्हिजन ऑफ अप्रेंटिसशिप. सो NEP चा पार्ट असल्यामुळे, बिकॉज या स्लाइड मध्ये जसं लिहिलं आहे की NEP emphasizes on improving the employability potential of higher education program and envisages the recognition of vocational training and mobility within various forms of learning. So under that you have provision of apprenticeship. And with this clue, the universities have started, and Government of Maharashtra was very much keen in giving the targets of 300 students being enrolled under AEDP. Next slide. So what is this AEDP? I have made it very simple so that you understand the objective of AEDP. So this AEDP features are: one, it will enhance एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी. त्यामुळे अप्रेंटिसशिप मध्ये तो काही काळ तो ऑन जॉब ट्रेनिंग मध्ये किंवा कंपनीत राहील So obviously this will improve employability because he gets familiar with the industry relevant skills. He gets familiar with the industry environment, with the industry protocol. So this will bridge the gap between industry and education. This will give you an opportunity to earn while you learn. At the same time, when you graduate from college and you go to the industry, this will provide you a smooth transition. स्मूथ ट्रान्झिशनचा अर्थ असा की ग्रॅज्युएट झाल्यानंतर ज्याचं खूप पॅम्परिंग झालेलं आहे कॉलेजमध्ये, प्राध्यापक त्याचे लाड करतात, आई वडील लाड करतात, अँड ही देन एंटर्स द इंडस्ट्री, आणि तिथला इंडस्ट्रीतला सुपरवायझर त्याला शिव्या देतो किंवा त्याला हार्ड काम सांगतो, आणि ते काम अंगावर पडल्यानंतर तो घाबरतो. असं होऊ नये म्हणून AEDP will provide this sort of smooth transition so that the young graduate becomes part of industry very smoothly, very easily, and he accept the can say SOP of that industry. He accept the and assimilates the environment and culture and the ways the things are communicated or instructions are passed on, and he has to do work, complete the task. So that whole thing becomes easy with smooth transition. Because now industry is part of your program under AEDP, you have industry collaboration also. Because now industry is present in the campus. म्हणजे तुमची ही जी काही इंडस्ट्री बाहेर राहून शिक्षणाची चेष्टा करते की आजकाल काही शिकवलं जात नाही, मुलाला व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर धरता येत नाही, मुलाला एक साधा अर्ज लिहिता येत नाही, असं म्हणणारी इंडस्ट्री, नाव इंडस्ट्री इज पार्ट ऑफ युअर प्रोग्राम. इट इज नाव पार्ट ऑफ युअर कॅम्पस because now they are entered into MOU, and that's why, because they are part of your program, they are giving you some suggestions, and they are helping you. They are helping the academic institutions to improve. Next slide. या गोष्टीविषयी मी जरा नंतर बोलेल, बिकॉज this is an IIT Mumbai initiative. IIT Mumbai initiative. The three, Gopal Chauhan, Bhagyashree Patil, and Vivek Shinde, and Tejas. These four people came from IIT Mumbai to Devgiri College in Sambhajinagar for conducting course under Unnat Maharashtra Abhiyan. What is that? I will tell you later. Next slide. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड मध्ये तुम्हाला वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या जाहिराती दिसतील. आता ह्या जाहिराती काय आहेत पहा. सो दिस इज अबाउट SRT मराठवाडा युनिव्हर्सिटी इन नांदेड, and the Pro Vice Chancellor tells us that AEDP courses have started. So what are these AEDP courses? It is BSc Semiconductor Chip Fabrication Technology. So BSc graduate will have access to semiconductor technology. Similarly, BSc graduate will have, I can say, access to medical lab technology. BSc graduate will have access to AI and IoT, and then herbal technology. Similarly, arts graduate will have access to foreign languages like French and Spanish. Similarly, BA graduate will have access to sustainable development, BCom, banking and taxation. So these are the various courses. There are few more also. So this is the can say type of courses that they have, which includes commerce, includes arts, and the science also. So this BSc Semiconductor is a very new thing. The science graduates getting access to semiconductor technology, and then apprenticeship, then on-job training in the industry where semiconductor chip production is being fabricated. So the students will have access to that. This is the I can say the statement of by Pro Vice Chancellor in Nanded. Next slide will tell you about another university in Sambhajinagar. This is Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University in Sambhajinagar. Next slide. Next slide will tell you about the statement by Pro Vice Chancellor. He says that पहिल्यांदाच ऑनर्स पदवी कोर्स हा मिळत आहे. ऑनर्स याचा अर्थ विशिष्ट विषयामध्ये जास्त क्रेडिट करणं, आणि या दोन्ही पहिल्या पीव्हीसीनी आणि आताच्या या पीव्हीसी सुद्धा असं सांगितलेलं आहे की आम्ही 300 विद्यार्थ्यांना याच्यामध्ये एनरोल करण्याचं टार्गेट ठेवलं आहे आणि ते टार्गेट आम्ही पूर्ण करणार आहोत. सो दिस they are waiting for the CET result declaration, and they have indicated that this electronics industry, Devgiri Electronics, Siemens, CTR Manufacturing, and Race Voucher, Verox, these are the various industries, more than 10 probably. They have entered into MOU with university. BCA computer application तो पण आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये पण बऱ्याच कंपन्या आहेत. डिजिटल सायन्स पण घेतलेला आहे. BA सायकोलॉजी हा पण घेतलाय त्यांनी, त्याच्यासाठी कादरी मेंटल हॉस्पिटल, तुपकरी हॉस्पिटल, प्रणित काउन्सिलिंग सेंटर, अशा बऱ्याच जणांनी त्यांच्याशी MOU केलेले आहेत. सो दिस AEDP आम्ही सांगितलं सुरुवातीला तसं की बेसिकली हे सगळं आर्ट्स कॉमर्स साठी सुद्धा अवेलेबल आहे. आता हे पीव्हीसी जे संभाजीनगरचे आहेत हे कॉमर्स ग्रॅज्युएट आहेत. आधीचे पीव्हीसी हे सायन्स ग्रॅज्युएट असल्यामुळे त्यांचं पहिलं सेमी कंडक्टर आल्याचं कारण ते स्वतः सेमी कंडक्टरचे काम करणारे रिसर्च सायंटिस्ट आहेत. तर त्यामुळे थोडा बायस हा त्याच्यामध्ये प्रत्येक विद्यापीठात आलेला आपल्याला दिसेल. जळगावचं पुढचं उदाहरण घेतलं तर तिथे तुम्हाला थोडस बायोलॉजी आणि फार्मसीकडे जाणार, कारण ते बायोलॉजीवाले आहेत तिसरे कुलगुरू जळगावचे. हा बायस इनिशियली आपल्याला दिसेल, पण जसं मी सुरुवातीला सांगितलं की the arts and commerce graduates and even science graduates, the faculty from that particular discipline, they have to work hard to develop courses. हे कोर्सेस तुम्हाला सगळ्यांच्या बरोबर बसून लिहून काढायला लागतील की याचा सिलेबस कसा लिहायचा, त्याचं मॉड्यूल कसं बनवायचं, ते शिकवायचं कसं आणि विद्यार्थ्यांना त्याच्यासाठी अट्रॅक्ट कसं करायचं, याचे मॉड्यूल तुम्हाला तयार करण्याची आवश्यकता आहे. तरच तुम्ही विद्यार्थी अट्रॅक्ट करू शकाल. सो दिस sort of news cutting tell you that our universities in Maharashtra are now ready to implement AEDP. It's a very revolutionary step that our students are getting on-job training, and for which government of Maharashtra has made provision. Next slide. त्याच्यामध्ये पण अशाच प्रकारची माहिती याच्यात जसं याच्यात त्यांनी म्हटलं की उद्योग जगतातील गरजेनुसार अभ्यासक्रम, म्हणून मी जे आधी सांगितलं होतं की अशा प्रकारचे हे अभ्यासक्रम आहे की त्या इंडस्ट्रीला त्याची गरज आहे, आणि म्हणून एक स्टेप फॉरवर्ड अप्रेंटिसशिप इज बेसिकली लीडिंग टुवर्ड्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट. त्या गरजेप्रमाणे अभ्यासक्रम असल्यामुळे नाऊ द अकॅडमिक हॅज स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्री, and that's why the graduate when he comes out he can join very smoothly in the industry, because that is accepted, because the industry knows that the graduate has been trained in such a way that it will satisfy our requirement. So ही न्यूज तुम्ही बारकाईने पाहू शकता. ही 3-4 जूनच्या दरम्यान या सगळ्या बातम्या आलेल्या आहेत. कालच मी जळगावच्या विद्यापीठाला भेट देऊन आलो आणि त्यांनी पण असं सांगितलं की आम्ही या विषयामध्ये पुढे जात आहोत. नेक्स्ट, सो याची बॅकग्राऊंड काय आहे ह्या AEDPची, आणि जसं NTES पण आहे, याच्यामध्ये प्रिपरेशन काय, हाऊ दिस AEDP, जे एम्प्लॉयबिलिटीचा प्रश्न हा 7-8-10 वर्षापासून चर्चेमध्ये आहे, आणि त्यामुळे एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी आणि स्किलिंगचा विषय कसा करायचा याविषयी खूप वर्षापासून, जसं मी आधी सांगितलं, आणि पुढे पण तो डेटा येणारच आहे. The main concern is our students, our graduates are not employable to a larger percent. तो आपण त्याचं रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग कसं करावं हा प्रश्न होता. त्यामुळे की थीम्स मध्ये, प्रायोरिटीज मध्ये आलं की एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी आणि स्किलिंग ही फार महत्वाची आहे. बाकीच्या गोष्टी मी आता काही बोलणार नाही, कारण तो आता आपला विषय नाहीये. सो एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी अँड स्किलिंग हा इम्पॉर्टंट थीम असल्यामुळे हा सगळा विषय पुढे आला. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. आता याच्यामध्ये ही एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी हायरिंग प्रेफरन्स कसा आहे पहा. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड मध्ये तो हायरिंग प्रेफरन्स दिसतो. तर तुम्हाला असं लक्षात येईल की हायरिंग ट्रेंड काय आहे. तो IT सेक्टरमध्ये, AI सेक्टरमध्ये 28% हे 1 to 5% एक्सपिरियन्स, 6 to 10% एक्सपिरियन्स वाले 24%, फ्रेशर्स 30% आहे. त्यामुळे 1 ते 5 वर्ष अनुभव असेल ते 28%, 6 ते 10 असेल तर 24% आणि फ्रेश ग्रॅज्युएट 30%. सो ऑब्विसली हे जे ट्रेंड आहे हे दरवर्षी बदलत जाणार आहे. जसं या वर्षीचा IT सेक्टर मधला ट्रेंड असा आहे की ते फ्रेश ग्रॅज्युएट घ्यायला तयार नाहीत. आता हे प्रोजेक्शन 24-25 मधलं आहे, 24 मधलं आहे, 24-23च्या आधारावरचं. त्यामुळे 24-24 मधलं हे प्रोजेक्शन आहे. आत्ता 25 मध्ये असं लक्षात येतं की फ्रेश ग्रॅज्युएटचं एम्प्लॉयबल किंवा हायरिंग डिमांड हे जरा कमी झालेलं आहे. पुढे तसं IT सेक्टरमध्ये 31% आहे, इंजिनिअरिंग अँड मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग मध्ये 30% आहे, ओव्हरऑल हायरिंग 28%. फ्रेश ग्रॅज्युएटचं जसं बँकिंग, फायनान्शियल सर्व्हिस सेक्टरमध्ये 40% आहे फ्रेश ग्रॅज्युएटचं, आणि ओव्हरऑल हायरिंग हे 28% आहे. सो दिस गिव्स यू आयडिया अबाउट व्हॉट इज द ट्रेंड इन हायरिंग ऑफ fresh graduates in arts and commerce and so on and so forth. So this trend keeps on changing over the years. जसं मी सांगितलं की हे 23-24 मधलं आहे, आता 25-26 मध्ये पुन्हा बदललं असणार आहे. सो दिस ट्रेंड इज द बेसिक आयडिया ऑफ स्टार्टिंग AEDP प्रोग्राम. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड मध्ये ओव्हरऑल पिक्चर दिलेलं आहे की जे व्यक्ती PG ला जात नाही तर त्यांचं काय परिस्थिती आहे. एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी ऑफ ग्रॅज्युएट ऍज पर इंडिया स्किल रिपोर्ट, टेक्निकल बॅकग्राऊंड असेल तर दॅट goes up to 65%. If it is non-technical, it is 48%. BSc असेल तर 51%, BCom असेल तर 48%, BA असेल तर 47%. So this is the general trend of getting a graduate employed with technical background, without technical background, with BSc, BCom and BA. Next slide. So this is the arrangement for AEDP, skill alignment, enrichment in curriculum बदलणे, then practical exposure and industry collaboration. Next slide. So last slide ने आपल्याला सगळी अरेंजमेंट AEDP ची मी जी समजावून सांगितली की MOU केले, त्यांनी सिलेबस फ्रेमिंग मध्ये भाग घेतला वगैरे वगैरे. So that arrangement has strengthened AEDP, and we are now preparing for achieving the target of 300 students being enrolled in. आता नव्या याच्यामध्ये विद्यार्थ्यांना कसं एनरोल करायचं आहे, मोठा टफ टास्क आहे, पण ते करावं तर लागणारच आहे. So this slide tells you about avenues for skilling for students in higher educational institutes. तर त्याच्यामध्ये अप्रेंटिसशिप, इंटर्नशिप आणि स्किलिंग हे 3 कॉम्पोनंट आहेत. तर अप्रेंटिसशिप विषयी आता आपलं बोलणं चाललेलं आहे की वी हॅव अप्रेंटिसशिप एनेबल्ड डिग्री प्रोग्राम. We are getting ready for that particular thing this year. Next slide. Apprenticeship Act आहे, NATS आहे, नंतर बोर्ड नावाची इन्स्टिट्यूशन आहे, ह्या केंद्र सरकारच्या संस्था आहेत. तर त्याच्यामध्ये बेसिकली काय प्रोव्हिजन केलं ते या स्लाइड मध्ये सांगितलेलं आहे की इंडस्ट्री रिलेटेड पाहिजे, एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी वाढली पाहिजे, इट शुड इन्हान्स after skilling and after on-job training, after getting visited to our industry, spending some time in industry, so your employability must enhance. Next slide. So this apprenticeship is possible during graduation, after graduation, during graduation म्हणजेच AEDP. आता आपण जे वर्णन पाहिलं, 3 विद्यापीठांच्या जाहिराती पाहिल्या. So during graduation, we are running AEDP and apprenticeship as an embedded apprenticeship as an integral part of curriculum. thereby providing critical employability skills to the students. Graduation नंतर up to 5 years there is a provision under Apprenticeship Act. आता जो मागच्या स्लाइड मध्ये आपण जो ऍक्ट पाहिला त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला प्रोव्हिजन आहे की up to 5 years you can request for apprenticeship in the industry, and they are compelled to give you such opportunity to learn on job. Next slide. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड मध्ये हा स्किलिंग आर्म हायर एज्युकेशन करता कसा आहे तो समजावून सांगितलेला आहे. आपण तो स्किप करू. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. State government and government of India, they have made provision for giving stipend for this apprenticeship under NATS, National Apprenticeship Training Scheme. त्याच्यामध्ये मिनिमम प्रिस्क्राइब फॉर डिग्री होल्डर 9,000 आहे, डिप्लोमाला 8,000 आहे, सँडविच असेल तर 7,000. त्याच्यामध्ये गव्हर्नमेंट शेअर देणार आहे आणि त्या इंडस्ट्रीला आपला भाग उचलायचा. इफ इट इज 9,000, 4,500 will come from government and 4,500 industry will pay for that. Many industries who have now become part of MOU under AEDP in various universities, they have, this is yesterday's discussion, that they have already indicated that we will pay, whether government pays or not, we'll pay 9,000, no problem. So there are many industries I have met with which are ready to give this type of stipend of 6,000, 8,000 or 9,000, and they are ready to absorb the students from the universities. This is the projection. Next slide indicates projection. Next slide indicates projection. Next slide. So this slide tells you about, on the right hand side we have some can say Infosys, some industries which are, this is only some indicative, and there are many more industries which are, can say, important part of this apprenticeship program. And the top 10 sectors which are engaging this apprenticeship indicates IT 20%, this automobile 6%, banking and finance 5%, this can say fabrication and training 3%, electronics 2%, healthcare 2%, pharmaceutical 2%. So these are the various sectors wherein these apprenticeship are generally engaged. These projections will keep on changing. Next slide. These projections will keep on changing. This is the arrangement of NATS scheme. Government of India has its offices in various regions. Next slide. So there are 6 minutes left now. We'll talk about this community engagement and then we'll close. So like AEDP, this community engagement and field project is also very important part of, as I have already indicated in the beginning, my focus is on the colleges in district places and tehsil places. So with that thing in my mind, I'm making presentation. So this community engagement and field projects, the thing which is very important for social entrepreneurship or social enterprises. So this is very important, and I will tell you that like Tata Institute of Social Sciences, or there are other important national institutes running, can say, management programs, they also have these social entrepreneurship courses. So these higher learning institutes or big institutes, they are already running these social entrepreneurship courses. My point is our institutes in district and rural places, they must can say learn or can say undergo some training, like various industry partners or various such institutions have expressed their desire to trained faculty from these colleges so that they understand what is that social entrepreneurship program. So this social entrepreneurship program is the thing that I was referring to, the IIT Mumbai course. Earlier slide, जिथे IIT मुंबईचा एक मी फोटो दाखवला होता की 4 people came from IIT Mumbai to Devgiri College. What is that particular initiative by IIT Mumbai? So that initiative is we have lot of courses in engineering or in arts, science, commerce, and management and medical and so on. But we find that there are many issues in the rural sector or in the tribal sector. So IIT Mumbai has developed Unnat Maharashtra Abhiyan. Similarly, we have at national level also. So this Unnat Maharashtra Abhiyan was, I can say, thought of, discussed and designed from IIT Mumbai. Some professor Soni was there and he contacted various director of education, director of technical education, and this social entrepreneurship program was designed. Even in this slide, third line tells you about UGC and EIT guidelines on regional case study course or social entrepreneurship course is included, and it has 2 credits. So with this social entrepreneurship course with 2 credits, our students are encouraged to go to the society. So with that particular thing in mind, we have conducted one seminar in Mumbai University. Next slide. So what is that community engagement and field project? So with that idea in mind, we have conducted one workshop in Mumbai University on 24th of January 2025. What was the intention? Because this year 2025-2026, this year we'll have to send our students for community engagement or field projects. So we thought of can say introducing this particular thing to colleges, and that's why we have invited 100 research scholars and 50 research guides, 4 keynote speakers who will tell about, like Professor Soni, who will can say explain the idea of social enterprise or social entrepreneurship course. So they will introduce that particular idea of course, and we have invited 12 NGOs who are working in that particular area, Palghar, Jawar, or Amravati, Melghat, then Nagpur, and so on and so forth, in Sambhajinagar slum area, in areas like Dharashiv, in Pune slum area. So these NGOs have given their presentation of work for 25 years, highlighting what are the issues of the, can say, various Divyang people or underprivileged people or tribal people and so on. And they have given an idea of their working and their success stories. So with this presentation from 12 organizations, these research scholars and various institutes part of affiliated to Mumbai University, they got the idea of engaging with these 12 NGOs, 12 social organizations, so that they can send their students for community engagement and field projects. So the initiative that we conducted such workshop to highlight what is that community engagement and field project. So next slide. So this is the idea of social entrepreneurship course. So here with this I will conclude because it is 4 p.m. now. So what is the idea of social entrepreneurship course? मी आधी सांगितलं तसं जसं IIT मुंबईचा जो इनिशिएटिव्ह आहे. So IIT Mumbai is trying since 2014, as I remember, at least 11 years. म्हणजे आपला NEP 2020 मध्ये आलं, पण त्याच्या आधी 6 वर्षापासून IIT मुंबई या विषयासाठी प्रयत्न करते. That is called social entrepreneurship course. And through engagement, through interaction, through inquiry, IIT Mumbai has developed courses also for engineering. Similarly, such courses can be developed for आर्ट सायन्स कॉमर्स ग्रॅज्युएट्स मध्ये मी त्याची अनेक उदाहरणं दिलेली आहे, जी भाषांच्या आधारावर आहे, जी विज्ञानाच्या आधारावर आहे, जी कॉमर्सच्या आधारावर आहे. तर त्यामुळे हा सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कोर्स हा याच प्रकारचा कोर्स 30 सारख्या इन्स्टिट्यूट मध्ये किंवा अशा सेंट्रल इन्स्टिट्यूट पण आहेत की ज्याच्यामध्ये या प्रकारचे कोर्स चालतात. सो फर्स्ट आयडिया इज आयडेंटिफाईंग सोशल नीड्स. Then second point is developing a business model. त्या ठिकाणी ग्रामीण भागामध्ये जर काही करायचं असेल त्याचं एक बिझनेस मॉडेल, त्याचं वर्किंग कन्सेप्ट आणि ते चालत कसं राहील या पद्धतीनं, जसं ग्रामीण भागात जसं आता आपण नर्मदालयाचं उदाहरण पाहिलं, नर्मदालयामध्ये शाळा चालवायची तर काय करायला लागेल, दॅट बिकम्स ए एंटरप्राइज टू रन इट फॉर सम पर्टिक्युलर पर्पज इन रुरल युथ. त्याच्याकरता तुम्हाला इफेक्टिव्हनेस इव्हॅल्युएट करायला लागतो. यू विल हॅव टू मेजर सोशल इम्पॅक्ट. सिमिलरली फॉर दॅट social program to run, you need funding and finance. So you have crowdfunding, then impact investing, and so on, CSR grants. So तो चौथा मुद्दा आहे. तो हा सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर कोर्स मध्ये हाही मुद्दा शिकवतात. इफ यू वॉन्ट टू रन दॅट सोशल एंटरप्राइज, हाऊ यू रिअली अट्रॅक्ट फंड अँड फायनान्स फॉर रनिंग दॅट पर्टिक्युलर इन्स्टिट्यूट. सोशल इनोव्हेशन, बिल्डिंग सोशल एंटरप्राइज. आपण एंटरप्राइज कशी बिल्ड करतो, त्याचे प्रॅक्टिकल स्टेप्स काय आहेत ते पण आपण त्या कोर्समध्ये शिकवतो. सो इफ यू हॅव सच कोर्स, आय रिसेंटली विजिटेड द इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ सोशल वर्क इन Bamu, under Bamu, said Constituent College, and the professor was telling me that our 100% social work graduates are employed in government sector or in NGO sector. So there is a huge demand for this particular social entrepreneurship course because there are many NGOs which require trained manpower. So this is a very good opportunity for the institutes working in rural sector or in district places. They can design such courses so that you identify the social needs, the issues, and then how to address that issue and develop a business model or develop a social enterprise. Similarly, create funds for that or go for crowdfunding and so on. So these are the things that I wish to explain to you so that you attract, initially I said, you attract students to your campus. They find it very interesting. They find it that if you go through the course, they find that they will get job, they will get employed. And as I said in the beginning, what is our concern? Our concern is at least 60-65% people in rural sector and 90% in tribal sector, they will not leave their normal place of residence. Migration is not possible for them for livelihood. So if they want to earn their livelihood in their own setup, you must create through social enterprise, through apprenticeship, their livelihood in their own area. I will show you one case study and then I will conclude. Next slide, Dakwa. This is a place, this is a place in Ambezogai Tehsil, Pathan Mandwa, very small village in hilly area, and it is connected with Ambezogai, but it's a very small place. Recently, they have got the order of 1 quintal this Shevga powder or Moringa powder, and they have recently supplied. So they were encouraged. 1 week back, they got this order of 1 quintal. They got handsome amount, and with that amount now, because it's rainy season, drying is very difficult. So with this big order, they got money, and then now they have ordered for electric dehydrator. So even in summer, they can go for this particular drying process for moringa leaves. They are dried up and they will be selling this particular thing. So this initiative, like I was mentioning about social entrepreneurship course, we are trying with Krishi Vigyan Kendra in Ambezugai. We are trying since 2021. So 4 years have completed, and there are at least 6 engineering colleges helping this particular thing to happen. There are 6 engineering colleges in the region of Marathwada who are helping these people to really move forward, and their students also are getting exposed to such entrepreneurship course. And in this slide, you can find that uh, through the exercise of 4 years, now these women have become trained to go for agro processing or moringa leaves drying process, packing process, and selling it. And large sums they are, can say, getting up without leaving their normal place of residence. So my point is, you have to design such courses so that our youth, women, will not leave their place of residence, and still they will have better opportunity of livelihood. They will earn very good amount. Like in the slide also, एका महिन्यात 150 किलो शेवगा पावडर विकली, त्या विक्रीतून जवळपास 80,000 त्यांना मिळाले. So such livelihood is possible, for which the colleges should develop courses so that our young graduate and women get an opportunity of getting livelihood in their own place of residence. So under NEP, there is a very good opportunity for our colleges to go for this apprenticeship embedded program or the social enterprise and developing livelihood in their own place of residence. This is my submission. With this, I will conclude and stop here with all the best wishes for conducting such programs in your colleges for art, science, and commerce. I will conclude, and thank you.
So, any questions from the participant? Amol, kindly allow participant to unmute themselves.
ओके सर.
पार्टिसिपेंट, आपके कुछ प्रश्न है तो आप पूछ सकते हो. पार्टिसिपंटचे काही प्रश्न असतील तर ते विचारू शकतात. If no questions are there, we can proceed for valedictory session.
सर एक प्रश्न विचारते.
हा, विचारण काही प्रॉब्लेम.
हा, धन्यवाद.
कोण बोलतोय?
नमस्कार सर, मी वृंदा देशपांडे बोलते. सरस्वती भुवन महाविद्यालयामध्ये मी कार्यरत आहे. हॅलो,
बोला.
हा, आवाज येतोय ना सर? हा, मला विचारायचं होतं, आपण हे जे स्किल एन्हान्समेंट कोर्स घेणार आहोत, तर मुलांना त्यांचे जे क्रेडिट पूर्ण करायचे असतात, तर हे क्रेडिट त्यांच्या त्या अभ्यासक्रमात गृहीत धरले जातात का?
हो, एनईपीचं म्हणून मी तुम्हाला खूप तपशिलात समजून सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न केला सुरुवातीच्या 10 स्लाइड मध्येच, की आता तुम्हाला म्हणजे जसं उदाहरण तुम्हाला सोप्या, आता मला मी जास्त इंजिनिअरिंग बॅकग्राऊंड असल्यामुळे मला सहज ते सांगता येतं. तुमच्याही भाषेत मला सांगता येईल. समजा तुमचं बीएससी, समजा काय म्हणायचं, बायोलॉजीचा
मराठी विषय आहे माझा,
तुमचा मराठी, मग तर फार सोपी गोष्ट आहे. मी समजा तुम्हाला असं कसं बऱ्याच वेळा असं असतं की जरी तो आर्ट ग्रॅज्युएट असला, की जसं आपण जुगाड टेक्नॉलॉजी कधी ऐकलं असेल, तुम्ही तर ऐकलं असेल ना, जुगाड वगैरे असे शब्द ऐकलं असेल, तर बऱ्याच वेळा तो विद्यार्थी काही शिकलेला नसतो फॉर्मल याच्यामध्ये, पण तो इंजिनिअरिंगचे इतके डिव्हाइसेस डेव्हलप करतो की विचारतो सोय नाही. मग त्यामुळे त्याला आता इंजिनिअरिंग म्हणा किंवा सायन्स त्याला कुठून कळतं, तर तो उपजत त्याला कळत असतं. तर असा जो विद्यार्थी आहे त्याचा तो BA चा विद्यार्थी आहे, तर त्याला BA च्या विद्यार्थ्याला पॉलिटिकल सायन्स, काय सोशल सायन्स म्हणा किंवा भाषा विषय याच्या पलीकडे जाता नाही येत. पण आता त्याला समजा अशी कल्पना करू आपण की त्याला समजा बायोलॉजीचा एक कोर्स घ्यायचा, त्याला समजा हर्बल टेक्नॉलॉजीचा कोर्स घ्यायचा आहे, म्हणजे होम सायन्स मध्ये फूड सायन्सचा कोर्स घ्यायचा आहे. असे जे वेगवेगळे कोर्सेस त्याच्याकडे आता कॉलेजमध्ये उपलब्ध आहेत, तर हे कोर्सेस त्याला आता घेता येतील आणि त्याला त्याचे क्रेडिट मिळतील. आणि डिग्रीसाठी जे 160 क्रेडिटचं जे आहे ना रिक्वायरमेंट, तर त्या रिक्वायरमेंट मध्ये पण हे मोजले जातील. म्हणजे समजा इन लिeu ऑफ पॉलिटिकल सायन्स, इन लिeu ऑफ मराठी, इन लिeu ऑफ इंग्लिश, तो हे कोर्सेस घेऊन डिग्री पूर्ण करू शकतो. हा त्याचा
ओके ओके, धन्यवाद सर.
म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ 95च्या काळामध्ये असं आलं होतं, असा विषय आला होता की बरेच विद्यार्थी, जसं मी आता JSS तुम्ही व्हिडिओ पाहिला असेल तर, की अर्धशिक्षित महिलांना आपण लाईव्हलीहूड देतोय. अर्धशिक्षित ज्यांना अक्षर ओळख नाही त्यांना आपण लाईव्हलीहूड देतोय. तर हे जे लाईव्हलीहूड देण्याचा जो प्रयोग आहे, तर त्यावेळेस 95च्या काळामध्ये अशी चर्चा आली होती की केवळ इंग्रजी आणि गणितामुळे विद्यार्थी मॅट्रिक होत नाहीत. आता 90-95 मध्ये किंवा त्याच्या आधीच्या काळात मॅट्रिकचं खूपच महत्व होतं आणि आपण मॅट्रिक पास पण नाहीये आणि नॉन मॅट्रिक आहोत असं सांगणं त्याला वाईट वाटायचं. आणि पोस्टाची नोकरी सुद्धा त्याला मिळत नव्हती मॅट्रिक पास शिवाय. त्या काळात पोस्टाची नोकरी, त्याच्या आधीच्या काळात 10वी पासवर पोस्टाची नोकरी मिळायची. त्यामुळे मॅट्रिक फार महत्वाचं होतं. म्हणून त्यावेळेसच्या गव्हर्नमेंटने असा विचार केला की जर इंग्रजी आणि गणितामुळे जर तो मॅट्रिक होत नसेल तर हे काही एसेन्शियल नाहीये त्याला इंग्रजी येणं आणि त्याला गणित येणं काय आवश्यक नाहीये. तो जर आता शेतकरी गणिताशिवाय लाईव्हलीहूड करतोच की नाही, शेती करतोच ना, मग त्याला त्यांनी असं म्हटलं की आपण त्याला समजा तो धोबी होणार आहे अशी कल्पना करू आपण, तो ड्राय क्लिनरचा व्यवसाय करणार आहे, तर त्याला गणित कशाला शिकवायचं, आपण त्याला ड्राय क्लिनिंगचा कोर्स देऊ आणि त्याला इंग्रजी आणि गणितातनं सूट देऊ. असं त्यावेळेस ओपन स्कूलचं प्रोव्हिजन आलं होतं. ते कशासाठी होतं, तो इंग्रजी गणिताच्या जंजाळातनं सुटला, ड्राय क्लिनिंगचा कोर्स केला आणि मॅट्रिक पास झाला, त्याला मॅट्रिकचं सर्टिफिकेट SSC बोर्ड देणार असं त्यावेळेस ठरलं होतं. तीच गोष्ट आता आपल्या याच्यामध्ये आहे. आता याच्यामध्ये आपण कोणत्या कोर्सचा कंटाळा असं नाही म्हणत आहे आपण, पण त्याची जर एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी वाढवायची असेल तर त्याला ते दिलं पाहिजे असा त्याचा हेतू आहे. आणि हे सगळ्या डिसिप्लिनला लागू आहे. मी जरी आर्ट्सचं उदाहरण घेऊन सांगितलं असेल तरी सुद्धा.
अजून काही प्रश्न असतील तर विचारू शकतात पार्टिसिपंट. इफ देर आर एनी क्वेश्चन्स.
मुझे तो नहीं मालूम.
So, if no questions are there, we can proceed for the valedictory session. President of valedictory session, Professor DJ Mahajan ma'am has already joined our cloud meeting. So on behalf of all these participants, again I welcome, and also I welcome our guest, chief guest for this valedictory session, Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir. And I would now request Amol Madan to start the university song and the banner.
गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माया बोलीचे माहेर
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर संत महंतांचे विरागी गीत आमुचे कागडाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा विरलेला
सोन पहाट उदयाचे गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
Thank you, Amol. You can stop the university song in the banner. On behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome again today's chief guest, Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir, for this valedictory session of 26th NEP Orientation and Sensitization Program. Also joined by us in this cloud meeting, Director of this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am, who will preside over this valedictory function. Also, I welcome all the participants, those who have actively participated in these 8 days working program. The journey for this course, which was started on 23rd of June, and on the same day, Dr. A.R. Bharadwaj sir CEO of Bejon Desi Foundation, Nasik. He has given the opening lecture. Followed day, on Tuesday, we had a lecture of Dr. Preetam Shimolkar ma'am. She is working in Department of Mechanical Engineering, College of COP, Pune. Then also we had a lecture of Singh sir. Then we had a lecture of Dr. Ajit Thete sir, who is Director, Center for Development of Leadership in Education and Private Limited. Then we had a talk on research methodology by Dr. Mrs. Madhuri Deshpande, ma'am. She is a former Pro Vice Chancellor of SRTM University, Nanded, and also currently heading Professor of School of Commerce and Management Science of the same university. Also on Monday, we had a talk by Preeti Poherkar, ma'am. She is the ex-principal of Savarkar Mahavidyalaya, Bid, and also a former principal of AET College of Engineering, Pune, Dr. S.P. Kallurkar, sir, has given a talk. And today we had a talk of Honorable Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir, who had highlighted on skill development in preview of BA, BSc, and BCom. So indeed, it was really a nice journey of this 8 working days to all these selected participants. So I hope that you will carry something in your bags and you will deliver it to your colleagues and students regarding the NEP 2020. Not taking much a time, I would now request our honorable guest, Dr. Upendra Kulkarni, sir, to deliver a valedictory address to all of us.
माझं असं म्हणणं की मी तर मला सांगायचं आहेच आहे अजून. तर तत्पूर्वी काही जणांनी याच्यात काही कॉमेंट, जसं माधवी पवार आहेत किंवा आणखी एक जणांनी अशात कॉमेंट दिलेले आहेत. माझं असं म्हणणं की त्यांनी या विषयात जरा शेअर केलं तर जरा बरं वाटेल.
Yes, roll number 14, Madhvi Pawar ma'am, you have messaged something and you can now unmute yourself and you can highlight that particular thing. Madhvi Pawar ma'am, you are there? Or any other participant who want to highlight something or any query you can raise with our honorable guest. तुमचे काही प्रश्न असतील, शंका असतील NEP बद्दल, ते पण तुम्ही विचारू शकतात आदरणीय उपेंद्र कुलकर्णी सरांना.
तुम्ही इव्हन ऍड पण करू शकता किंवा तुमचा
बरोबर,
अनुभव पण सांगू शकता.
तुम्ही तुमचे इन्स्टिट्यूट लेवलवर, पर्सनल लेवलवर तुम्ही काय नवीन केलंय, हे नवीन शिक्षक धोरण 2020 पासून, ते पण तुम्ही ऍड करू शकतात, शेअर करू शकतात हे ग्रुप सोबत. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to add?
Good evening, sir. This is Dr. Sagar Mohite.
Yes, Mohite sir, you're audible.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. I'm representing MIT World Peace University, Pune, Department of Hospitality, School of Business. So regarding NEP, we have also implemented this particular pattern or paradigm in our university, and we have 3+1 where we have honors which is being offered. So it has been 2 years we have inculcated this, and in the session, JE discussed moreover those things we have been considering, and there are a lot of learnings which are there throughout this particular session, which certainly will be utilized in our academic planning. So I would like to thank for the entire session and respected speakers also for the same.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Indeed, our leadership of this HRDC is always trying to improve. This is the 26th NEP orientation and sensitization course, and more than 3,000 teachers have undergone the training. Few teachers have taken double training in this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, especially on these NEP orientation courses? So if there are no comments and no discussion, we can request our respected guest to deliver a valedictory address to all of us.
जसं मी सुरुवातीला सांगितलं की today's lecture is basically a design. So today's presentation was basically designed for the rural and district or tehsil place colleges who can say think of starting or taking part in apprenticeship training program or skill components and so on. I must tell you part of information that recently on 27th of June, our Minister of Skill Component, Skill and Entrepreneurship, Mr. Mangal Prabhat Lodha was in Sambhajinagar. He has mentioned that more than 4,000 crore provision has been made for skill component. So our ITIs, they have now private partnership. Why I'm telling you ITI, I will tell you later. So ITI component, few private organizations have been requested to be part of that. So this private partnership is very common. Like we have Triple IT in Pune, and Triple IT should have one industry partner heading the board of management. So this is what is Government of India is thinking about, and collaborating with the private organizations or industry partners. Or even for engineering colleges in Maharashtra, you'll find that the board of management is generally headed by some industrialist. Like Mr. Nilkant Kalyani was chairman of Nanded Engineering College. So this is, or even COEP Pune was headed by some person from Tata company, Mr. Kohli. So Mangal Prabhat Lodha has thought of encouraging this particular idea of private partnership in renovating ITI component. If you talk to industries, industry will tell you that we need lot of trained manpower from ITI. But they must be trained with the point that I was telling you under apprenticeship, that they must be trained in such a way that they know what is industry culture. And when they join industry, there must be smooth transition. And the students must be aware of what is that industry environment is. So if you want to achieve a target by 5 p.m. today, what does it mean? So what that industry manager talks of the target and the schedule and so on and so forth. So that industry environment must be assimilated by that student. So that is possible through apprenticeship. So for that, because ITI can say trained manpower with ITI background is very much required by the industry, the government of Maharashtra has thought of renovating with modern, can say, equipments and modern technologies. Like drone will be part of ITI now. AI will be part of ITI now. So AI and drone, these have become part of, like MIT professor was telling. So this must be there in MIT. But if you include this AI and drone or solar maintenance mechanic course or IoT mechanic and IoT course in ITI, then you'll find that your can say acceptance of ITI trained manpower will be more in the industry. So IoT will become very common. AI will become very common. So you cannot think of ITI without IoT and AI and drone and so forth. So that's why if so much of fund has been given to ITI with private partners heading that ITI as an IMC, Institute Management Committee member. So obviously, these ITIs are available to degree colleges also, running arts, commerce, and science disciplines in various sectors. So my point is, these colleges must at least enter ITI and find out what are the facilities available in that. Similarly, the ministry has offered Arya Chanakya skill courses, as I know, more than 100 colleges in Maharashtra. And the ministry wishes to have more than 1,000 colleges, arts, science, commerce colleges with skill component as a part of their campus. Means they should have like plumbing component included in their own campus, or tailoring component included in their own campus, or AI training, artificial intelligence training component, or IoT training component in their own campus. So this is how they should go. And the government of Maharashtra wishes that you enroll under Arya Chanakya training program. And some provision has been made through funding. But my point is, apart from funding and what facility the minister is giving, my suggestion is, if you want to talk about the youth of your area who will be retained in their own normal place of residence, you must care for that. You must show concern that the students earn their livelihood in the vicinity of their residence, and this is possible only through such skill component training. The case study that I showed, it was about the women from Patan Mandwa and women from 19 villages in Beed district, covering 3 tehsils. There are more than 100 women. They are, I can say, school dropouts or matriculate or 12th standard. Some are not even gone to school. So it ranges to that. And the entire population is around 100. So this story only tells you that if you impart some skill to them, that component which is produced in Pathan Mandwa or Vibar or Bolewadi or Ambejogai Keys, Parali or Daunapur, any village in that vicinity, that product, processed product, can be sold anywhere in India. And we have such digital platforms available. And my suggestion is, the colleges who can develop such softwares, they can go to such fields or community engagement projects, understand what is their problem. So their problem is they can produce such product which is very tasty, but they cannot approach the market. They cannot send their commodity to any place in India. So how do you really help them? So you develop a software so that the digital platform will accept the product from the Daunapur or K. Zambezogai and will send it through courier to any place. Today, we are selling these products from these 3 tehsils, 100 women and 19 villages. Our products are sold in 17 states of Maharashtra. And they are getting money, like Shevga Moringa powder, as I mentioned, that that women from place near Ambezogai, she got order to the tune of 1 quintal, costing close to 60,000. So their enhancement is they are there and they are not leaving their place, but their commodities finding their place in the market in 17 states of India. So this is what is the colleges can do it. As I said, Savarkar College in Beat. I suggest for any college like Pulambi, Soigaon mentioned. So these colleges can develop such interactions and help the rural youth and the women in the area to process their product and sell their commodities outside. So our colleges must see to it that their places, their campuses are full of students. so that you have, can say, some enhancement in their abilities to strengthen the students so that they find their place in the industry. Jobs are changing. As I said, the projections have changed. As I said, the freshers from engineering may not find, can say, get jobs today in 2025, because there are, can say, uh, there are removal from various software companies. As I remember, I know Infosys or Broadcom and many other companies, they are laying off thousands of people, and large number like call centers. If like job changing, that we have to understand. So if AI, artificial intelligence, can replace a person in call center, and AI can answer the query raised by a customer in a better way, so AI will answer that query and the call center person will be removed. So such 8,000 or 9,000 call center boys have been removed from call center. So this is the changing situation. So in that case, new jobs you'll have to design and you will have to find out. So for that, you have to interact with industry, what is the changing pattern and how our rural youth find their place in the industry is the basic concern. So my point is, education definitely can empower the rural masses. So with changing environment in mind, as I said, government of Maharashtra has already indicated the pattern of investment in ITI. So we must find what is available in ITI and get our rural youth trained in those skills. So if non-metric student or non-metric youth, like Kiran Gurav was mentioned, Madhavi Pawar was mentioning, so this Jugaad is a thing which is very much possible, and without even formal education in engineering or anything other, textile or any other thing, a student can develop a, can say, such type of, can say, machinery or equipments which are very much useful. The point is, I met Palle Surgeon NGO in Telangana, Hyderabad, and Mr. Hemant was a brigadier from military, and he has passion for visiting rural areas to find out what is that Jugaad technology. And he says, without really undergoing any formal training in science and engineering, the rural youth are developing such techniques which are useful in solving the problems of rural masses or performing very hard work in agricultural farm. He has showcased that particular thing. I recently met him in some online meeting and personally in Narmada, and he has showcased at least more than 100 such Jugaad technologies which are very successful, being manufactured in multiple numbers in rural youth, where no education is given to them. So if it is formalized, like Anil Gupta was doing in Ahmedabad, so if we formalize it, probably things can improve our livelihood, rural masses. And my point is, these colleges and the faculty can definitely understand this particular aspect. So my point was for arts, commerce, and science, and you can understand this particular aspect, that education can change the livelihood of rural masses. So our education should become center for skilling and training and improving the livelihood. So with this, I will conclude. I I find that Dhanasri Madam is there, and I expect that she will also offer some comments on this particular program. So with this, I will conclude. Say thank you to all and all the best wishes for skilling education in near future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for mentoring and guiding us on this important topic in this NEP orientation and sensitization course. We are really thankful to you from bottom of heart, from on behalf of this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. President of this valedictory function, Director of this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Senior Professor Dr. Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am has also joined our cloud meeting. So I would now request her to give a presidential remark to this valedictory function.
Thank you, Dr. Rafe. And I have been listening to Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir, who is also the chief guest, our distinguished chief guest of this valedictory session. And I have witnessed the kind of enthusiasm with which he was actually talking about skilling our youth, because being from the economics stream discipline, I just want to make one point over here, which is regarding the demographic dividend that everybody talks about, which India has. So they say that India has this, upper hand everywhere because we have this large young population. So the youth that we have in our country is our strength. But the point is that as we have this demographic dividend, and this demographic dividend is supposed to lead us to economic growth. But this economic growth has to be, employment generating growth. And this can happen with what Kulkarni sir has just explained to us, which is skilling India. And that is what actually is, that we as teachers are supposed to do. Because education, I think, is about ideas. Education is about imparting skills in people. And so if we want to make everything meaningful in the context of India, and if we want to become world leader, it is through ideas. Because they say that if I have an idea and you have an idea, and if we have an exchange of ideas, then it will lead to many, many more ideas. That is what innovation is about. And therefore, the onus lies on all of us who are in the teaching field. And, we have to be enthusiastic, just like Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir has been throughout his lecture, because I have attended at least the last 10 minutes of his lecture here. And I'm really very much thankful to him for having, enlightened all of us regarding how we can inculcate skills in people, and how the idea of social engineering, social entrepreneurship can be spread through, we can be the torch bearers actually, who will take the youth of India, very much skilled and equipped to face the challenges of the future and to make Bharat strong. So with these words, I thank our distinguished chief guest of the valedictory session for having enlightened us. And I hope that through this faculty induction program, our Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center will has definitely taken one step ahead in the direction of building capacities of faculty members, while integrating Indian values and ethos into teaching, research, publications, and institutional development, aligning with National Education Policy 2020. So I hope that we will face the challenges of the future, and this young population, which is mainly in the age group of 18 to 23, which is with us constantly, we will be able to motivate them and help them become very good citizens of India. And with these words, I say thanks to all of you, and hope to see all of you in the future also in our Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. With the permission of our president, I would like to propose a vote of thanks. So on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, my sincere thanks to our honorable guest, Dr. Upendra Kulkarni sir, for being here, sparing his valuable time and concluding this event through his valuable insight into skill-based education. Also, my special thanks to the participants, those who have actively been involved since day one in this 26th NEP orientation and sensitization course. Before concluding this valedictory session, I would request Amol Madan to play the national anthem, and I would request all the persons, those who have joined the meeting, to stand up for national anthem. I would request all to join for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, Amol. You can stop the cloud meeting. And with the permission of our president, I would request